Hello everybody and welcome to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough. John Collins, Tom King, NashuaETV. We're about to see the first playoff game of the tournament season for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. They got a first round bye, Tom. They're taking on Trinity that beat Central 3-2 in the opening round.
Yeah, they beat Central 3-2 in the opening round. When they faced Guertin before, they lost 6-1 during the regular season.
Yeah.
The thing is, John, Guertin knows what it's like to be the lower seed and upset a team because they did it to unbeaten Salem last year in the quarterfinals in this exact same round. This is the first time they've been home for a playoff game in a while. So the Cardinals, well, they were home last year in the preliminary round, but for a quarterfinal, it's the first time they've been home this late in the tournament in a while. But you know what? They've had 3 really great wins here over Malden Catholic, Bedford, and those are 2 of them. And they've gotten some other games. I saw them last Saturday night against Concord. Start of the year, they were beating people 8-1, 9-0. Okay, just sweeping them aside.
Like a machine.
They don't get like that anymore.
But they do have the confidence of a number 1 seed coming in here. They are the favorites to take the whole thing.
They are the favorites, but Bedford and Concord can easily beat them. They beat Bedford 2-1, and they beat Concord 3-2. So 1 goal, anything can happen.
Tom,
now, I look at this Trinity team, and I see a small team, and I don't see a lot of depth. It's very small in numbers. So Guertin can, A, take the body, and B, throw out 3 lines and get them tired. But you know what? As Gary Bishop said to me last week, after he beat Concord, the longer you let a team hang around, the tougher it gets.
So, Tom, it is a beautiful March 12 outside. Again, another unbelievably sunny and warm day for this time of year. But this arena is packed. There's a lot of excitement around this team.
There's a lot of body heat here to keep us warm for the next couple of hours, John Collins.
That's an indication of just how much excitement surrounds this early round game. It's Bishop Guertin hockey coming up, the opening face-off here on NashuaETV right after this.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Welcome to the Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough, everybody. We're seconds away from the opening face-off of this early round NHIAA tournament game. It's New Hampshire Boys Ice Hockey Division I. Bishop Guertin is the very top seed, taking on Trinity, who finished the season at 9-9. They ended their regular season with 2 losses, tied for 8th place at 9-9, but then they beat Central in the preliminary round of the tournament 3-2. That was on Wednesday. We're recording this on Saturday, March 12. It is a balmy, about 60 degrees and sunny outside. The parking lot at Skate 3 on both sides of this triple rink arena are full, and an indication of the excitement surrounding this game. This is a fun team to watch. Bishop Guertin with a tremendous amount of talent, putting up their 17-1 record to match the record of the girls basketball team, by the way. Bishop Guertin girls basketball team playing in the championship game at Southern New Hampshire University later tonight. So it's a big day in BG sports. The opening faceoff is won by the Cardinals. Joe Gowdy goes back to get it, clears it up near point. He's got Justin Pearson, number 12, one of the captains of this team. Cam Holt on defense. Pearson has it across the blue line. The shot misses to the left, goes into the corner. A 2-on-1 scrum. BG comes away with the puck. Shoveling a backhand at the net was Ben Peterson. Turning that away was the Trinity goaltender, and this is a bid for an icing call. It'll not be, though, as the puck just barely trickles across the goal line. Shoving the forechecker to the ice was Joe Gowdy, and a show of physicality. Tom mentioned that BG as a whole, as a team, much bigger size than this Trinity team. They also are more numbered. They have greater numbers on the bench to the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. As we look for the game's opening goal, we're a minute in. 15-minute periods in New Hampshire boys and girls ice hockey. That puck bounces off the apron, it looked like, on the far side of the net. BG playing some catch with the puck in the opponent's zone. Jordan Cato up the boards to Joe Gowdy. Gowdy trying to dig it out of there with a Trinity defender. Big slapper by Chase Blazak, misses wide to the left, and the rebound comes out near point. Cam Holt throws it back from where it came from, but a Trinity player first on it. Nice stop by Gowdy at the point, trying to shift around. Cato centered it in the high slot, but it ended up on a Trinity stick. Cam Holt keeps it in the zone. Pressure pretty much consistent here by BG since the opening faceoff. They have had the time of possession on their side as Blazak ducks a check, steps around another defender, tries the centering pass and can't get it out there as he's double teamed for the moment. Now Blazak still with the puck, flips a backhander through everybody and ends up on Cam Holt's stick. The wrister goes over the top side corner. That one might have been a goal had it been about a foot lower, a foot and a half lower by Cam Holt, as there was an opening definitely on that upper outer part of the net. Holt is way back to get it. We have played 2.5 minutes of hockey here. Cam Holt with an end-to-end rush going all the way around the net, looking for an open teammate. Holds on to it and then backhands it into the corner. We got some deadwood from a broken stick that gets in the way of a few skaters, but they don't trip over it. Sidestepping the check, coming out in front, and that was, I believe, Ryan Flynn, number 17. His uniform's all crumpled up, hard to make out the numeral on the back, but it is indeed Ryan Flynn. And Trinity manages to clear it. Trinity playing as if they're short-handed right here. I mean, that's how much pressure the Cardinals have had since the opening faceoff. A twisting clear in by Trinity's Vinny Barbuzzi, but Vinny pays the price as he took a check at center ice. The team's trade possession, and Trinity fanning on the D-to-D pass nearly created a turnover as it gets deflected over the opponent's bench by Jared Zicek, the sophomore on defense from Nashua. A lot of players on the Bishop Guertin High School hockey team hail from Nashua. Doug Barker, Cam Hill, Jared Zicek. Looking down the roster, also Justin Pearson, one of the stars of this top-rated team. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals, the #1 seed coming into this tournament. They got an opening round bye. This is their first playoff game in the tournament in which they have high hopes. There's a loose puck in front of the goal. Still loose. Never really did get a shot away, did the Cardinals. As Trinity was scrambling. Trinity goes back behind the net to get it. 10:45 to go, first period. Still no score here at Skate 3. These two teams did play earlier in the season. Trinity played BG on February 6th, and it was a Guertin win by a score of 6-1. The winner of this game most likely will take on top seed, the remaining top seed in the bracket, Memorial. Memorial, who finished tied for 4th waiting, are playing to win their game to try to take on the winner of this one. Memorial and BG tangled on January 6th, and Guertin won that game 9-0. So 6-1, a closer game they had against Trinity than they did against the team that may be waiting in the wings here. Cross-ice pass, a fortuitous ricochet off a skate, and a save is made by the Trinity goaltender. Once again, solid in net. Puck all the way down into the BG zone. First hint of a chance at a goal for Trinity as they keep the puck behind the BG goal. Jacob Rodriguez goes back to get it, slides it around, but first to get it, Jake Cole at the near point for Trinity, threw it all the way around, and back it comes. It's going to be a one-on-one duel here to keep the puck in or shoot it out. They get it out. BG down into the offensive zone again. Ryan Flynn teaming up with Joe LaValle. LaValle circles around the net out front, finds Jacob Rodriguez. The wrister through traffic goes wide to the right. LaValle backhands it around the boards. Flynn sends it back from where it came from, and the Trinity defenseman circles it around the boards, but not out. The wrister, and it's a glove save by Ethan Messner, the freshman goaltender for Trinity, in a pressure-packed spot here. But so far, pitching a shutout. We are 6 minutes into the opening period of the opening game of the playoffs for Bishop Guertin. It is the second game of the tournament for Trinity, who beat Central, or edged them, I should say, 3-2 in a home game for Trinity 3 days ago. The Pioneers trying to come out of the corner with it. Instead, it's Guertin. Stick handling niftily. Justin Pearson, he's got that tremendous stick handling and shifting ability. You saw it there as he goes to the backboards in a scrum for the puck with Jacob Walford, Walford and Vinny Barbuzzi, the defenders on that play for Trinity, who are not able to get it out. Pearson circling with possession, taking on two defenders, took a turnaround slide shot at the net that made its way through traffic. In front, a deflected wrister over the goal by Ben Peterson. He was set up in the slot, and a glove save by Messner is going to freeze the puck to his left. Line change for both teams. We have played 7 minutes of the opening period, just about 8:03 to go in the first frame. John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Jim McLean. Right pad save by Messner, and make no mistake, that was a great save that may have saved a goal inside the far post. Here's a rush. It's a 1-on-2 for the moment. John McNichols is number 9. Tried a shot, but really no test at all for Jacob Perrin, the sophomore goaltender for BG. Has not been tested yet in this game. And Guertin is out and away with it. A long diagonal pass, ricochets off the boards. They're going to call icing against the Cardinals. No touch icing is called as it crosses the goal line on a pass up ice that was made before the red line. It's an automatic icing call in the game of hockey unless you're shorthanded and killing off a penalty. 7.5 minutes to go. First period, no score. Trinity has had to play defense for most of this opening period, but we're even Steven on the scoreboard still, despite the offensive pressure that Guertin has put on. Some nice saves have been made by the rookie Messner in goal for Trinity. Behind the net it goes. Cam Halt, he'll try those end-to-end rushes. The wrister deflected away by a Trinity stick. Looked like Drew Merrick, number 2, got a stick on it and redirected that to the corner. That's always a tricky proposition when you are in front of your own goal and you get a stick on a hard wrist shot or a slapper. You could just as easily redirect it past your own goaltender, but in that case it was a good job by Merrick to deflect it out of harm's way. Face-off, 2 hour left here on NashuaETV. You can watch any of our games anywhere, anytime online at nashua.easystream.com. That half slapper there by Cameron Fagan went left of the goal. The rebound far corner fought for in a 2-on-2 situation. BG trying a lot of those quick wristers from the point, trying to thread it through a screen. Jared Zicek couldn't get it through. Pearson shifting in front, loose puck, gets batted down to the BG defense. Shot and a solid pad save, you could hear it, made by Mester, and the puck is cleared by the Pioneers. It is not an icing call as it just trickled slowly short of the goal line, and the head linesman down there waved it off. Nearly a steal and a chance. The Pioneers in front. Oh, a valiant single solo effort by Drew Merrick. Nearly produced a goal, creating the turnover, and they're nearly capitalizing as the loose puck was almost carried in on his shoulder. When it came down onto the ice, he was in prime position to take a shot at Perrin Jake's first challenging save of the game thus far, and he makes it, and we're still 0-0 here halfway through the first period. Loose puck fought for in the BG zone. Cam Hult forklifts it out with his backhand, trying to shift around the defender was Jordan Cato, but the Trinity Pioneers niftily clear the puck. Number 3, Nate Arcan throws it into the zone. We may have a penalty coming up here for tripping, and it's going to be against the Cardinals. Hitting the ice was Jacob Walford, the senior forward. And we have a player going into the box for the Cardinals. So a hooking or a tripping call, I'm not sure which. And they have number 2 up on the board, so that would be Doug Barker if the uniform number is correct. Two-minute power play for Trinity in a 0-0 game, a key moment. The Pioneers are the underdogs in this one, but how much would they love to score first on Bishop Guertin's home ice here in the first period? 5.5 minutes left to go. Drew Herrick working against the defense. Hult with that long reach pokes it away, but Merrick gets it back on his stick, and Hult body checks him off the puck and shoots it the length of the ice. Ethan Messner gathers it there. Ryan Flynn on the forecheck, forcing Jacob Wolford back behind the net. Wolford gets the return pass, and they make their way out. 1:20 left to go on the man advantage for Trinity. Merrick makes a nifty sidestep of Flynn. He's into the zone. 5-on-4 advantage for the Pioneers as they do make a one-man personnel change during this man advantage. Sliding it up and a clean breakaway in alone. Shot, goal! Joe LaValle gets in ahead of the field. A shorthanded goal makes it 1-0. He went 4th floor on Mester. A sniper's goal for LaValle. 1-0. BG leads it. Tremendous touch pass right there. If you shoot that puck too hard to your teammate, LaValle streaking up the middle, it might be too far ahead of him, but he hit him in stride and he goes in alone, and it turned into basically what amounted to a penalty shot, just about a clean breakaway like you see in the NHL shootouts. Ryan Flynn got credited for the goal, for the assist, excuse me. Flynn got credited with that great assist to Joe LaValle, they pronounce it. I confess I knew a baseball teammate named LaValle in college, and that's how he pronounced it. But what a tremendous goal it was for the Cardinals to take the lead 1-0. Stepping up to make the interception, it ticks off of Hult's stick instead, and Merrick, who has been the most effective player by far for the Pioneers, got in and got another shot away on a partial breakaway to try to get the elusive power play goal for Trinity. So puck fought for in the BG defensive zone. 3.5 minutes to go, first period. The Cardinals come out with it. Long ice pass, perfectly tape to tape. Jordan Cato, though, got cut off at the pass by the Trinity defense. Nice play by the back line. Cato runs into somebody, but he keeps his foot on side. Chase Blazak tried to kick it to himself on a self pass, cutting in front of the net, but he lost it, but it goes to a teammate. At the point, Cam Fagan. Fagan sidesteps the defender. Shot goal! Cam Fagan picks that top corner that Cam Holt tried for earlier. Fagan finds it in the upper right quadrant, and Ethan Messner never saw that puck. 2-0. The Cardinals lead it. 3 minutes even left to go, first period. Fagan gives the Cardinals a 2-0 lead. I'm pretty sure there were some assists on that goal. We'll wait for the official announcement. But the Cardinals' relentless pressure since the opening faceoff pays off here finally with a couple of quick goals in succession late in the first period. Yes. Did they call it unassisted? Blazak. In front, loose puck.
So Leahy and LaValle with the 2 goals, but here's the photographer's dilemma.
Yeah.
Power play for Trinity. So where do I go? Down the other end, saying, you know what? What if they get a shorthanded breakaway? And what happens? They get a shorthanded breakaway, and I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. Can't win.
No.
Cannot win.
I know. You don't expect a breakaway goal.
Well, I did. I thought maybe, but you know what? Figured there'd be more opportunities down the other end.
I had Fagan on that second goal, number 19 from the point here.
Maybe it sounded like Leahy, but maybe it was Fagan.
Yeah.
From the point with the shot, everybody down on the end of the other end of the ice saw the opening in the upper corner of the goal and was hoping that Fagan could hit it.
And Cam Holt had tried for that very same opening earlier, just missed it high. Fagan hit it.
The pressure is 10-2 in shots. Sometimes shots on goal don't tell the whole story, but in this game it really does.
LaValle has it again, a chance for his second goal, but it trickles off of his stick. And Trinity will make their way out of the zone, but it ends up right on the stick of Cam Holt, and he's going to come right back for a big slapper. Puck was on edge and misses wide to the right.
This is what the Cardinals wanted. They needed to get off to a quick start, John. They dominated early. They didn't let the mistake. There was one turnover where Trinity had a good shot on Perrin, because Perrin does not get much work in a game like this until, maybe things could change. So he's got to stay sharp.
Barker with it, fanned on the shot. Puck goes up into the netting face-off to the right of Messner.
But if they could keep Trinity off the board, having the domination in shots like they have, going into the intermission, that's what they want to do.
There's only been one penalty call in this game. That was against Guertin, and they actually got that shorthanded goal while they were killing off that penalty. And then the second goal came along. And the rest of the period when BG wasn't shorthanded, it's looked like Trinity's been shorthanded. I mean, that's the Cardinals have put on that kind of pressure.
Been a constant pressure, constant icing the puck on Trinity's standpoint. They've got to do a job of taking care of any opportunities they get. One thing that they have been able to do, John, is keep the puck out of the slot. Guertin has not had many opportunities that way.
No, they've come from the points, their opportunities, not in front.
Not in front. The slot has been empty.
Trinity can't make the way past mid-ice with the puck there, and BG poking at it, trying to keep it in the Trinity half of the ice, and they do. Look at Pearson,
chance.
Always dangerous. Did he hit? Save made by Messner.
Yep.
Messner's been good when he can see the puck, but there's been a couple of shots.
I think what Gary Bishop is going to tell his players in the intermission is create more traffic in front of Nestor. He's seeing the puck way too well. And that's probably what he'll talk to them about, even though they outshot Trinity 14-2 and take a 2-0 lead after one period.
That is the end of the first period of play. Guertin, the #1 seed in the tournament, the favorite in this game, but there's still a lot of hockey to be played here on NashuaETV, and we'll come back with the start of the second period right after this break.
When you play hockey, you play more than just a game. Hockey gets your legs moving and your heart pumping, builds lean muscle, and it keeps you fit. Plus, it's fun to play no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move. Let's skate, shoot, and score. Let's build confidence. Let's eat better so we have the energy we need to play. Let's create friendships and become part of the team. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody, to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough for the start of the second period as Bishop Guertin leads this game 2-0 on goals by Fagan and Laval for Bishop Guertin. Laval a short-handed goal to start the scoring, and Fagan a wrister from the point a few minutes later to make it 2-0. So Guertin, the top seed in the tournament coming in, had relentless pressure, out-shooting Trinity 14-2 in that first period. Behind the Trinity net it goes. It spent most of the time the puck has in the Trinity zone since the opening face-off. Chances for the Pioneers have been very limited. Drew Merrick has a couple of shots on goal, number 2 for the Pioneers.
That was when an icing was waved off, and the Cardinals thought that there was going to be an icing call, John. So they were outmanned down in their own end, and that's where Merrick got a good shot off on Perrin, and Perrin made the save.
Puck goes into the Bishop Guertin bench area, and we have a whistle. A minute into the second period, 2-0. Guertin leads this one. It's a March 12th of 2016. It's a big day in Bishop Guertin sports, Tom. As you know, the girls basketball team that, just like their boys hockey team, went 17-1 in the regular season. They're playing for the state championship tonight at Southern New Hampshire University.
Against Bedford.
And we will have that game on NashuaETV. Around the boards it goes. Chase Blazak plays it back to the point. D-to-D pass. Losing the handle, though, was Jared Zichik.
That's a turnover you don't want to see.
And Trinity throws it into the opposite diagonal corner and goes after it.
Shot attempt away.
Blazak.
1-on-2. Can he do it? No.
Nice stiff body check by the defenseman there, Jake Cole.
Yeah, tried to cut through 2 defenders and wasn't able to do it. Delayed offside, it's called on Guertin.
And face off just outside the Trinity zone. You know, it was 50 years ago today, Tom, that Bobby Hull set the then NHL record for most goals in the season with 51. So it's a goal scorer's day. Of course, that was eclipsed several times since he did it in 1966.
Yeah, mainly by Gretzky.
Gretzky is the all-time single-season goal scorer in the NHL with, do you know how many he got in one season?
No, 70-some, didn't he?
He was 92.
92, wow.
When he was 20 years old in 1981-82, he scored 92 goals in a season. And that went past Phil Esposito.
For the Edmonton Oilers.
Yes. Gretzky also scored 87 one season. And some reason he had a big drop off when he was 21. He only scored 80.
Esposito's year was 71, wasn't it, when he scored the most, I think? Whoa, see, look at this now. Perrin's going to be very careful there. See, that's why our goalie isn't quite sharp. He hasn't faced a lot of shots.
I think you're right. I think they didn't win the Stanley Cup this season.
No, Montreal, that was the year Dryden and the Canadiens.
And you were 76 goals that...
right, that Esposito scored.
Yeah.
That was the year that Ken Dryden upset.
Previous to Bobby Hull scoring 51, the top mark was 50, shared by both Maurice Richard and Boom Boom Geoffrion of the Canadiens.
John, those Boston Bruins are in a similar situation as Guertin right now.
Puck in front of the net. BG with the best chance in a while right there.
Defending champions.
Yes.
Looking to avoid getting upset.
Yes.
By a team that wears red, white, and blue.
Oh, right, the Rangers.
No. Trinity.
Trinity, oh, yeah.
Canadians are red, white, and blue.
Oh, Canadians are too, I forgot. If I had to pick a uniform theme for this Trinity team, I'd say New York Rangers.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Cam Hult's back to get it, goes across to his fellow defenseman, Jared Zechik, and back to Hult and up the near boards, but Trinity steals it. Hult steals it back. The big defenseman likes to go end to end. He's doing it again here as he goes behind the Trinity goal. Thinking about a centering pass. Loose puck to the right of Messner.
They got to get it to Pearson on the right side.
Hult comes out. He got a shot away, but Messner's stuffing all the action there at that post. Well done by the freshman goalie for Trinity. And the puck is out of the zone. Cardinals come back to get it at mid-ice.
John, there are 3 #1 tourney seeds in the city of Nashua, and we are doing all 3 today.
Yes, we are. The North boys basketball team deflected shot, and somehow
that is
Perrin saved.
Messner
saves it.
It's incredible. Nestor was there, and he also knocked away the rebound.
Another good quality chance for Bishop Guertin to add to their 2-0 lead. Wrister through traffic. The deflection favored Guertin, but Trinity clears it.
Oh, and just.
Instead of a breakaway, they get an icing call.
Yeah, they almost had that breakaway.
To your point, exciting day in Nashua sports. The North boys basketball team, which is so talented this year and so much wizardry. They're going to, who are they taking on today?
Manchester Memorial, team we saw.
Yeah, that defeated South.
Blazak had a good chance for a quality shot. He was upended. Nice play by the Trinity defense.
Pioneers in front. Shot saved by Perrin as the net comes off its moorings.
You got to be careful in those situations of any penalty calls when bodies start hitting in front of the net. They always like to call those.
Great 2-man break by Jacob Walford and Nathan Arcan, number 12 and number 3 on offense for the Pioneers. Taking the face-off is Drew Merrick, who's been the Pioneers' best player so far tonight, number 2. Pioneers keep it in. The wrister through traffic, trying to leap up and catch. That was Perrin, but was high off the glass. And the Cardinals use the ricochet to get it out of the zone. Nifty pass by Cato as he finds Joe Gowdy. Gowdy's shot across the goal mouth to the opposite boards, picked up by the Pioneers, and they come out. Under 10 minutes to go, second period, 2-0. Guertin leads it. Both those goals came in the first period as Hult just flattens, and Trinity was looking for a interference call. Merrick's shot.
Guertin's got to be careful. They can take the body easily, but they can also get the calls against them.
Cato slides one across, but the Pioneers are there to intercept. And they break it out. With it, Eric Favreau. Favreau going one-on-one with the defender, Gowdy. In front, but no connection there for the Pioneers.
No, a little too slow.
Up the boards it goes.
But again, what are you seeing in this period?
BG dominating time of possession. Trying to shoot it up in the top corner, and he shoots it up in the net instead. Ryan Flynn with the break.
No, you're seeing Trinity with the puck down there, down in the BG's end a lot more.
You do, yeah.
9:02 to play, second period, 2-0 Guertin leads.
Although they only give him credit for one shot on goal. Feels like they have more than that.
Doesn't matter. You get the puck down in your end, you get used to that feeling.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. More success of getting the puck in the offensive zone for the Pioneers here in the second period.
No doubt about it. And that's something that Guertin's got to,
and here they come. There's a wrister, a knuckleball, ground ball that Perrin.
See, that's the thing, is Perrin doesn't want to take any chances now. Before he'd flip that to a teammate and they'd skate it out of the zone. They're not confident of that right now. Guertin's not playing with the same type of swagger they had first period, where they were buzzing all over the Trinity end. They are a little bit more on the defensive. Hard to believe with the shot 17-3, but that's what's going on.
Attempt at a centering pass ends up in the BG breakout, putting the brakes on and collecting the puck. Michael Barrett throws it behind the net. one of the forwards for
There's
Guertin.
Pearson, there
Shot
he
goal!
is.
Pearson came right out in front,
needed
untouched, and stuffed it past Mester, 3-0.
He just willed his way to the net. He was touched, but he just willed his way. He pushed everybody out of the way and went in and scored.
So Pearson, undeterred to the net despite contact, makes his way in front of Mester, who looked a little ticked off maybe in his own defenders right there, Tom, that they gave Pearson such rather, you know, half a body check or something, not to knock him. Ben Peterson got credit for an assist. At 6:31, it was Pearson from Peterson. And it's a 3-0 BG advantage. That's the first time anybody has scored here in the second period. Coming right out, trying to stuff it home was Michael Barrett. And
huge difference between 2-0 and 3.
Oh, they're still going at it with the sticks high.
Yep. Now you see, John, here's the difference between a team like Trinity and some of the stiffer competition like Concord and Bedford that Guertin will face. Pearson tries that play last Saturday night against Concord. It's going to get flattened. That did not happen this time.
That sounds like it was a war up there in Concord.
It was. You know, a lot of penalties because of it, but still a great game, and it was won on a turnover, really.
Oh, they're going to call a hand pass.
Yep, it was won on a, there's no penalty for that. They'll just face it off down the other end.
Doug Barker going up to get that.
It was won on a turnover by one of Concord's steadier defensemen. He tried to pass the puck to a wing on the other side of the ice and just didn't get, it looked like me on the first tee, didn't get a handle. Bounced right in front to Joe Leahy, and Leahy just put it home for a goal, and that was the game winner.
Guertin breaking out of their own zone. That's Liam Nye, number 16.
I don't know who was more surprised with that goal, Leahy or Ben Nelson, the Concord goalie, who is the best goalie in the state in my mind. And this kid isn't too far behind number 1 for Guertin and Jacob Perrin.
Mester dumps the knuckleball for his defenseman to shoot up the boards, but not out. Liam Nye with the steal. Trinity trying desperately to get it out. They can't. Nifty stick handling by Jared Zichik. Slides it across. Wrist shot by Doug Barker, and Messner with the save.
You notice Guertin now with a much more determined effort to get the puck in the slot.
Barker throws it behind the net. Nye with it.
Not a lot from the point this period.
Bounced it off the apron, and the Trinity Pioneers shoot it up into the netting. They don't have a penalty for delay a game in the high school game like they do.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Yeah.
There's not that much skill. It's tough for a high school player to do that on purpose.
Yeah, you know what I always marvel at is when the whistle blows for an icing and the defensemen are able to like juggle the puck on their stick and hand it to the linesman. Chara's able to do that. A lot of defense. Steal by Bishop Guertin in the offensive zone. Cato shot, save, the putback save. Wow, Messner came up big right there.
Great opportunities did he ever. This could be a 6-0 game if it wasn't for Nestor. 20-3 in shots right now.
Jordan Cato and Chase Blazak and Austin King were the 3 forwards there that had a chance at a goal.
If you're BG, you get 20 shots on goal. You want more than 3 goals.
Gowdy, full body contact in the center of the ice, throws it into the corner and looks for the number of the truck that hit him.
Yeah, BG assistant Mark Mantone wanted a penalty. He was raving on the bench.
As Jake Cole paid the price for the clear right there, number 23 of the Pioneers below us. Some heavy body checking in the neutral zone, but the Pioneers have it. Drew Merrick tried to sidestep.
Here we go.
Austin King.
Trinity gets
King
back.
has Cato and Blazak, and the rebound's cleared away by the Trinity defense.
Yeah, Trinity got back in time.
Another nice save by Mester in the middle of all that.
The odd man rush.
Loose puck, Blazak behind the net. Dances away from the defenseman neatly. He's in the far diagonal. Cato with it. The wrister is deflected to the corner by Nathan Arcand.
And now Guertin changes lines.
You see some of these players seem to be gassed by the Pioneer shot. Went off the crossbar and goes up into the netting.
And we talked about that at the Open, how their numbers are low. You know, very difficult. Once you get now to the final third of the second period,
yeah,
you're going to get some tired guys.
5:28 left to go in the second period. Bishop Guertin leads 3-0. They have outshot the Pioneers 22-3, and it feels like it. Playing the ball off the puck off the boards was Joe Laval.
What would it be like if it was a ball, huh?
Yeah, well, I played street hockey with a street hockey ball.
So did I.
The Milek orange
that
balls.
That thing would freeze in the wintertime,
oh,
boy.
Man. Yeah, we kept them in the house for that reason, to keep it fair, you know. Circling with the puck.
He's got a shot. He's going to take it.
Flynn shoots it, and stuffing the near
I think
post
he
was
waited
Mester.
too long.
Got his own rebound, and there's going to be a penalty, the first of the game against the Pioneers.
Delayed call, so the Guertin could have a man advantage right here. Now they blow the whistle. His parent had come to the side.
James Kosiarski touched the puck on defense for the Pioneers to get the whistle. Let's see who's going into the penalty box. And it looks like it's going to be number 7 for the Pioneers. Eric Favreau for the hook or the trip. They call it a trip. So Favreau to the box. He's a freshman and one of several on this Trinity Pioneers team. There's only one freshman on the Bishop Guertin Cardinals top-ranked hockey team, and that's Jacob Rodrigue of Nashua. Jacob's a freshman at 6'2" and 160. There's a lot of size on this Bishop Guertin team.
If I'm not mistaken, he comes from a prominent hockey family.
And cruising Pearson with that superior speed down the wing.
And superior shooting ability.
And stick handling as well. Big reason why Guertin is in the first place position in this tournament. Rister.
Too high.
Mester might have got a piece of that with the blocker side of his body or his equipment. And it goes up into the netting. Another face-off in the Pioneer zone. And 1.5 minutes left to go on the power play for the Cardinals. As they trade passes across the point.
Yeah, a little sloppy on the pass.
Drew Merrick, who's an excellent impact player for Trinity, killing off valuable seconds over there. Although he can't get the puck out, not yet. Now he does. Merrick.
And a breakaway.
And a breakaway develops. In on goal. Shot, score! Jacob Walford got loose, and Tom, deja vu. One team with the power play, the other hand with a shorthanded breakaway goal.
Yep, exactly.
Jacob Walford makes it a 3-1 hockey game.
He got a little chip. That was it. Started right with that sloppy pass
Merrick
to the left point.
With the assist.
That's where it started.
It did.
And then Trinity came right down.
And it was the most innocent looking, just backhand, barely got his stick on the puck to clear it, and it turned into an assist on a breakaway goal. You never know. An exciting play if you're a Trinity Pioneer player, coach, or fan. Jake Walford made a nifty move too on Perrin. Drew Merrick. 11 minutes. Wow, you know,
another sloppy play at the point. Look at this.
Back to get it. And remember, BG's on the power play here, and they've got a lot of giveaways. There's that Merrick guy again. Delayed offside. That's why he didn't touch it. Maybe he should have, though, and froze the puck. And now BG's got a break with a line change. It was 5-on-3 there for a moment before Nate Arcan got into the play for Pioneers. The slapper through traffic and hit a body. Mester never saw it. It's loose. And a wide open side for Flynn.
Wide open side for Flynn, and he missed it.
Loose puck in front, cleared away by the Trinity defense, but still a chance for the
13
Cardinals.
seconds left in the penalty.
Flynn's shot was blocked by Ryan Hupp, number 21. To the point. This is Cam Fagan, and it saved Mester as he flails at one of the BG forwards. I think it was Laval or in front, drawing some attention from the Trinity goaltender. They have killed off the power play, Tom. Who would have thunk when they go into a man disadvantaged, down 3-0, they come out with a 3-1 score.
Well, they had come close to a couple of breakaways earlier.
Saved by Mester. In
That's
front.
a goal.
Goal.
Should be, had to be.
And I think it's going to be, is it number 8 that got credit for that?
Should be Barrett, I think.
I think you're right. It was Barrett. Michael Barrett, who was on the ice when he shot it in. Mester had been called upon to make a couple of quick saves. And then Barrett stuffed it home. 4-1. BG's got their 3-goal lead back with 2:43 remaining second period. A huge uphill battle for the Pioneers, Tom.
Well, it takes the steam right out of that short-handed goal.
Yeah.
That could have turned things around a little bit.
Right. Here we are at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough on NashuaETV. I'm John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Jim McLean following the action.
Peterson and Pearson on the assist.
And the long frisbee shot by Hult is gloved by Messner. He throws it behind the net. Yeah, Peterson and Pearson, who teamed up on the previous goal, team up as a pair of assists on that goal by Barrett. So they Pearson piling up the points, assists and goals in his high school career. Quick reminder for me, Justin Pearson is in fact a senior,
Tom.
Yes,
he is.
Where's he going to college? Is he?
I think he'll go to prep school, John.
Hey, will he? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I would say it'd be a shame if he didn't play college hockey somewhere.
You know, what has to happen is you've got to go to prep school to get bigger. They don't take kids right out of high school.
Right. He's 160 pounds. He probably want to be bigger.
Get eaten up in college at that, especially at any Division I or high-ranking Division III level. See, there's it. Trinity very good with their sticks.
Nate Arcand stole it, slides it in front for Drew Merrick.
Yeah, Perrin does a good job of knocking it away. It counts as a shot on goal.
Oh, the official got in the way of that. It might have been a quick 2-on-1. It still is. Blazak shot on edge, deflected to the backboard. I think that was a save by Messner. BG hangs on to possession. Minute and a half to go. Second period. The Cardinals lead 4-1 here at Skate 3 Arena. The first playoff game of the tournament for BG, who had an opening round bye as the #1 seed. Trinity defeated Central to get here by a score of 3-2. Trinity was 9-9 in the regular season, tied for 8th place. This could be where their season ends, though. You would imagine BG on their home ice with the advantage on the scoreboard in numbers and size and in expectation as the #1 seed. Deflected pass in the neutral zone.
I'll tell you what, though. Okay? This is going to be a little bit surprising statement. But if they play in the semifinals the way they played in this period alone, just this period,
trouble,
they will lose, I think.
Well, let me lay this on you. As the Cardinals control the puck in the opponent's zone, get it in front. Flynn with a chance here. He passes up the shot. Oh, he had Lavelle at the doorstep, but he couldn't handle the one-timer opportunity. Big slapper. Score! Johansson.
No, I might have to amend that a little bit. Because ever since that shorthanded goal, they've dominated.
They have picked it up. They have picked it up. Jack Johansson just loaded up the cannon and blasted one to the far corner for the 5th goal of the game for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, who are up 5-1. That goal coming with just 24 seconds remaining in the second period. 5-1 BG lead. Wanted to lay this one on you, Tom.
Yep.
Memorial is the highest seed in the wait, when Hult with the puck and the time expires. Johansson from, who'd you get for this?
I didn't get, Flynn with one, I didn't get the other.
Yeah, Flynn was one, might have been Hult the other. So a 5-1 lead at the end of the second period. Just want to make the quick point. Memorial, they beat them 9-0 earlier in the season, and if they win this game, they're likely to play them in the next round.
No, they're not. No, the semifinals, John, they're likely to play Well, yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be Brady as well.
Okay.
Those are the two teams.
Two teams, right.
Right.
Could be Brady, could be Memorial thing.
Right.
I think they're playing today, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll have that to talk about when the third period action picks up here on NashuaETV. We're at the break between the second and third. 5-1 BG leads it. We'll have the exciting conclusion right after this.
Miss Smarty here with recipe questions from viewers. Do you have a favorite apple recipe? Yes. Wash, eat. Miss Smarty, I love carrots. Do you have a favorite way to prepare them? Yes. Wash, peel, eat. This viewer asked about spinach. Wash, eat. How fast and easy is that? Join me next time when I show you how quick and easy it is to make a fruit salad.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough. It is a 5-1 lead for Bishop Guertin right now as we begin the third period of play. Guertin was ahead 3-0. They gave up a shorthanded goal. That was about the only moment where there were some nervous stomachs on the part of the BG coaching staff, perhaps, Tom, but they've reasserted themselves in the latter part of the second period in a big way.
Well, you just said it, reasserted, and I'm sure that the message in between periods was assert. Keep it going. Keep the battle going. Keep the pressure on. Do not let up. They'll be tired. They'll be down. Don't let Trinity back in this game.
Nate Arcand has it for the Pioneers. He puts a move on Holt, but Holt pokes the puck loose.
Holt is... I'll tell you what, if I had to flip a coin.
Pearson.
Let's see what Pearson does.
Lost the puck.
It would be a tough choice for team MVP between Holt and Pearson. Because Holt is just superior.
He's like a Chara presence for this team.
He is superior on the defensive end.
On the back line, yes, sir. So the Cardinals starting off this period with an advantage of 27-5 shots on goal. Pioneers just ice this puck, but it goes through this crease, and forced to play it is Jake Perrin. Holt winding up with it. It is 5-on-5. Very heavy check put on, and slow to get up, and a little bit ticked off about it was Cam Holt as he got double teamed down low. Actually, that's Barker that took the heavy hit in the corner. He's still trying to shake it off. The wrister was saved by Mester. He makes another save, so two quick shots on goal.
Well, you just said it, two quick shots. Very good job by Guertin to put the puck on net right away. Nestor's doing a good job of preventing rebounds.
Coming out of the dressing room firing are the Cardinals, trying to add to their 5-1 lead. They got a bye in the opening round. Trinity beat Central to get here, and now BG trying to eliminate the Pioneers. Wrister from the right point, blocker saved by Mester. That was labeled for the far corner also. With it now is Cam Fagan. Fagan's shot saved. He's got a goal in this game. Austin King, the follow. Couldn't get the stick on the puck, though, in the traffic.
Yeah, that was a goal waiting to happen with a rebound, but no one could get there.
Blazak puts the brakes on and nearly set up his teammate cutting toward the goal. James Koziarski can't clear it out for the Pioneers. Now John McNichols. Did he get it out? No, they say he didn't. There's no delayed offside indication, and puck seemed like it hit one of the Pioneer players on the bench, but they play on.
Well, all it's got to do is have a piece of the blue. That's it. Here's a shot waiting to happen.
Shot in traffic, loose puck, shot whistled wide of the goal by Cato. It looked like he had 1/3 of the net open.
He sure did.
Cleared by the Pioneers. Again, it had the feeling of a power play there for the Cardinals.
And you know what? That's all they need. Just keep putting the puck on net, keep the puck down in this end, and they'll be fine regardless. They've already got 5 goals and 29 shots.
If we could get a shot of the banner up there, Jim, it shows that the BG Cardinals are 6-time champions, and they're going for their 7th. We saw them win last year at the Verizon Arena. Very exciting game. Justin Pearson was a star in that game. And I'll ask you a question based on that banner in a moment, Tom. Pioneers coming out of
you want to know why so few, right?
Well, I want to know why none before 1987 specifically.
Back then, I think Manchester dominated hockey. Here's a chance right there, but Trinity misses wide. It's the first time I think I've seen Trinity with the puck in the slot.
Yep.
Other than a turnover or a breakaway.
Yeah, so before 1987, that's when they started to really become. The whole 90s went by without a title, though. Let's point that out. There was a 13-year gap between their first ever state championship and their second in the year 2000. But then they've won 5 championships in the 2000s. So I was wondering how come they weren't like. Didn't this tournament go back to the 70s? Didn't they play for the state championship way back when?
Oh yeah, they did. But I mean, Guertin's numbers weren't that big. The school wasn't as big back then, John. And we got a power play for Trinity as Guertin's got a penalty.
In the box is Ryan Flynn for 2 minutes. So Trinity with a golden opportunity here to score their second goal and make more of a game of it, down by 4 in the third period. Both teams have shorthanded breakaway goals to their credit in this one. Long slapper by Joe Gowdy, and the Pioneers coming out of their own end. With it is Drew Merrick. Merrick, dangerous player for the Pioneers, puts the brakes on, setting up the power play grid. Cross ice. Oh, and an open teammate, Eric Favreau, had a great chance to try to beat Perrin, but he wasn't able to collect the pass. And the Cardinals defense stole it away momentarily. Gowdy gets it back, trying to muscle his way past the forechecking, and he does. Gowdy ends up being the only person standing there with the puck. Pioneers, Merrick steal it. Gowdy out of the zone. Nifty move.
Barrett's a good penalty killer.
Michael Barrett.
Look at this.
In front. Poked away by Messner, the goaltender. Ben Peterson was on the doorstep. Blazak in front. Saved by Messner. Stones Blazak right in front of the net. Half a minute to go, and we have a penalty against the Pioneers. Might have been a tripping with the knee. Players seem to be discussing it. That was number 7 on number 7 in front of the net, Tom. Chase Blazak got tripped apparently by Eric Favreau, and will go to the box. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 26 seconds, and then BG will be on the power play for a minute and a half.
And Trinity can ill afford to be a man down, and he's down 4 goals. Even though they do have 1 goal with that shorthanded bid.
Austin King taking the face-off. He actually won it back to the point, but Hult was just being cautious and backing up to make sure there were no breakouts by the Pioneers in a 4-on-4 situation. In front it goes. And Pioneers steal away. A lot of open ice right now. Zicek's shot saved by Messner. He saw it all the way. They wave off the icing early, even though it ends up way behind the Bishop Guertin net.
Shots on goal.
Oh, it's a power play situation. That's
shots
why.
On now it is. Shots on goal 31-5. It'll be a power play for the next 125.
Pearson threatening to skate through everybody, goes wide around the goal, head up looking for a teammate, still has it. He's gone the full circuit. The return pass doesn't find Pearson, but saving it to keep it inside the line was Ben Peterson.
A quicker play by Trinity, and that could have been a breakaway.
Hult with it down low. Cam Hult on the tape.
Gotta shoot it.
Peterson just gets it over.
What's he waiting for?
Blazak tried to go.
Blazak tried. I guess he had to settle the puck, but that's one where if he 1 times it, I think he's got a goal.
Deflects up into the netting.
It's very easy when you're dominating a game and you have the man advantage to try to play for the perfect shot. And that never is the right way to go, in my opinion.
55 seconds to go in the power play for the Cardinals. Loose puck, and Blazak's shot just left of the goal. Circling Pearson. Make that Barrett has it. Michael Barrett broken up and thrown down the length of the ice by the Pioneers. Half a minute to go on the power play for the Cardinals as they set up behind Jake Perrin. And here's Pearson with a head of steam. flying down the ice. And there's a penalty coming up. It's going to be a two-man advantage on the slash against the Pioneers. To the point it goes. And a glove save by Mester. But for the next 17 seconds, it's going to be 5-on-3, Tom.
That's tough for Trinity, because now you're killing the penalties. It'll be 6 minutes left in the game, 6:19 left. You know, when they finally get 5-on-5, provided there aren't any more calls.
Yeah, great point. I mean, they're down by 4 goals, and they're going to have to killing off valuable comeback time. And Pearson is out there. Blazak's at the point, along with Michael Ben Peterson.
But you noticed
Hulk with
shot.
it. Deflected shot. Comes back. Blazak with it. It's going to go back to Peterson. Peterson looking for an open teammate. It's Pearson. Shot. Save. Mester. Loose puck. Goal.
Score. Rebound.
It was a 5-on-3 goal. 3 seconds left in the two-man advantage. BG's up 6-1.
It's a rebound goal.
And I believe that was number 8,
Barrett.
Michael Barrett again. Another rebound goal for Barrett. Hulk with the shot. Saved Mester, and then Barrett just stuffed it home. Relentless pressure on the freshman goalie for Trinity, Tom. This was the score, 6-1. BG beat Trinity back on February 6th. Back to get it, Jared Zichik. Still 8 minutes to go in this hockey game. Pearson gets another point. Another assist for Justin Pearson. Halt also assisting on the goal by Barrett. Big slapper, never made its way through to Messner. Still a power play for Bishop Guertin, 5-on-4 now, because they managed to score that goal with the two-man advantage, and Pioneers only got one player back. Another nice glove save by Mester.
34-5 shots on goal. This is similar to what I saw in Exeter yesterday, Friday, March 11th. The Souhegan High School girls hockey team in their first tournament game ever against Exeter, who won their first playoff game ever. It was their first playoff win, beating Souhegan 8-1, 42-9 in shots. Now shoot somebody 42-9, you better win the game.
Hard pass across the slot by Ryan Flynn.
This one's already in that direction and probably headed way towards it. See if Guertin can eclipse the 40 mark before it's over.
Half minute to go on the power play for the Cardinals, leading 6-1. Up ice pass.
So we expected a little bit of drama, maybe early.
Yeah.
Then even after the shorthanded
Flynn
goal,
walks right in, and Mester, holding the short side tight, makes another save.
But now it's no drama as Guertin will advance to the semifinals.
Deflected shot goes to the corner, and Tom can say that pretty safely, even though
I think so,
6.5 minutes remain in this game.
Yeah, it would be a miracle in my mind.
It would. And a letdown of epic proportions by number 1 seed. And BG just killing time while they continue on the power play. Big day in Nashua sports, as we mentioned earlier. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals girls team, basketball team, the number 1 seed playing for the state title. The North boys, number 1 seed, playing in their early rounds of their tournament. Tom, it's like the New England Patriots route to a championship. You get the number 1 seed, you get a first round bye, you get 2 home games, and then you get to go to the state championship.
Well, you only get 1 home game.
Right, you're going to go semifinal up in Manchester.
Manchester at JFK, which is
but it's a great route to take.
Smaller ice surface.
It's the best route to take to a championship.
They had the best. That was why last Saturday night's game against Concord was so important.
Yes.
Because in winning that game and getting the top seed, you avoid having to play Concord or Bedford in the semis. Okay?
Right. They get paired up in their own half of the tournament. And you get the number 4 team in your half of the tournament.
You get to play possibly one of 2 teams, and those 2 teams you beat by a combined score of 14-1 during the regular season.
Huge advantage.
That is.
Just by winning that game against Concord and getting that #1 seed.
Whereas in Bedford's case, when they played Bedford, I believe that score was 2-1.
Yeah.
Concord was 3-2. So, I mean, those are tough games.
Yeah. Halt with it into the offensive zone. The big defenseman listed at 6'5", 215, battling for the puck behind the net. And it comes out to the near point. Nick Gould throws it in front, and it trickles in on Mester. He clamps down on it.
Well, Nestor didn't make the catch. That allowed the rebound and the extra shot.
4:53 remaining, third period. 6-1. Bishop Guertin in command of this New Hampshire Division I boys ice hockey tournament game. Through a screen, Mester with another save. 30 saves in this game by the freshman. 31 saves make that as he gloves the wrister from the point.
$38-5 in shots.
Battle-tested Ethan Mester in goal for Trinity. Cardinals come away with it. Pearson using that body, slides it in front. Save by Mester. 39 saves they have up there now.
If I'm Gary Bishop, once you get under 4 minutes, I'm thinking of taking my top line off the ice permanently for the day.
Completely.
Yeah. I don't want anything to happen to Pearson.
Sit Pearson down.
Yeah, sit him down.
Sit Halt down.
Yeah, all those guys. Get them out. Get them off the ice.
Yeah.
And get ready for semis.
They have the numbers to do that. There's a wrister from the point. Saved by Mester. This one's off the apron. Mester's up to 35 saves on the game.
Yeah, you made a great point, John. They've got a fourth line they can play. So, you know.
Yep. Pinching down is Jack Johansson. He's got a goal in this game on a monster slapper. In the second period, slides it across the goal mouth, goes diagonal. BG just keeping the pressure on here. The Pioneers just desperately trying to get the puck out of the zone.
And they've hit the 40 mark. Out shooting Trinity 40-5 with 3:43 left, 6-1 in favor of the Cardinals over the Pioneers in the Division I quarterfinals. Tom King along with John Collins, Jim McLean on camera, Pete Johnson, our executive producer. And you know what, John?
Yeah?
I don't feel the tropics here as much as I did during the regular season.
No, they turn the heat off.
The heat
they figure it's nice and warm outside, so they don't need the heat in here. And
right?
hence we're colder in here today than we were
all year
on a 20-degree day.
Right, exactly.
Or -5.
I didn't even bring my hat.
Yeah.
Figured we'd be all, you know, nice and warm and cozy.
Loose puck just cleared by the Pioneers. Yeah, this is a March 12, 2016, an unseasonably, got penalty coming up. There's nearly fisticuffs breaking out in the corner here. There's a punch that's thrown by one of the Pioneer players well after the whistle. I'd imagine that player's going to go to the box.
See, that's why you want to get your top guys off the ice. Because of the danger of having something happen that could take them out of the next game. Whether by official rule or by injury.
Well, human nature being what it is, frustration's a real thing. The Pioneers are not playing another game after this. They have no reason to look forward to another game. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals are completely in the other boat. So they don't want to get involved in any of that stuff.
The referees do not take it to the extra limit and start picking people to come off the ice. They just go with the 2-minute roughing penalty.
And it's against the Cardinals.
No, it's against the Pioneers.
It's against the Pioneers, you're right. A penalty they can ill afford to take. 5-on-4, the slapper wide of the goal by Gowdy. BG setting up. The slap pass intended for Austin King. Doesn't get through. That was Blazak that did that. Cross ice pass. Halt coming back to get it. Able to take it away from Drew Merrick, who had a chance for a breakout. Puck nearly hits the official. 2.5 minutes to go in the hockey game. BG comfortably out in front 6-1 with a power play here. A minute left in it as the puck trickles down into the Guertin end. Barker shoveled it ahead, couldn't connect with Liam Nye, and puck comes all the way back to Cam Holt. Slid it across to a fellow defenseman who was changing up, so there was nobody there for the moment. And the Pioneers steal it. Merrick comes away with it, stays on side as Arcan throws it far corner. 1:50 to go in the hockey game. Nifty move by Jared Zicek to get it up ice. Nick Gould with his head up. Rister, glove save Messner. And because that was just a little bit above the crossbar, they don't credit that as a shot on goal. They leave it at 40 shots on goal to 5. I think they've called a timeout. Timeout is called. How about this? Does this mystify you? Do the Pioneers call a timeout? Down 6-1 with 1:41 to go.
Probably want to make sure there's no extracurricular.
Yeah.
You got a young team there, John.
I think, yeah, the body language on the part of the Trinity head coach, Mike O'Connell, would seem to indicate that. There's a hockey name, Mike O'Connell. He was involved with the Bruins as, was he the general manager at one point?
Yeah, Mike O'Connell, not this Mike O'Connell.
Of course, yeah, but.
Right.
Yeah. Where is he now, by the way, Mike O'Connell of the Bruins?
Last time I heard he was in the Kings front office.
Oh.
Not quite positive of that, but.
Mike O'Connell's assistants are Peter Bedford, Dan Bilabou, and Coach O'Shaughnessy. Coach O'Shaughnessy just leaves his first name off the program here. And of course, Gary Bishop, who's assisted by Mark Mantone, Tim Pelletier, and Kane Schultz. Tim and Kane were both graduates of Bishop Guertin. 1:37 to go in the game, a 6-1 lead for the Cardinals. They are still in the power play for the next 20 seconds as the Pioneers try to clear it. Drew Merrick is able to do that as he slides it up ahead to Jake Wolford. Wolford, who's got that brilliant breakaway goal early in the game. We're going to get a cross check against Guertin as Wolford was on the ice when he took it across the grid from Barker, I think, going to the box.
Yep. Cross
Oh,
check.
no, it's not Barker. I am sorry, Doug. It's actually Cam Fagan that's going to the box. That's a situation where if the player is on his feet, that's not called, but he was down on his knees and took the stick in the cage. So power play for the Pioneers for the rest of the game, basically, unless they score. Hull takes it away. 1 minute left to go in the hockey game. Cross ice pass. Cardinals with it. Penetrating deep, killing off time here. Under a minute left to go. With it, Jake Wolford. Wolford, as Perrin dives and saves the puck. That reminded me of the World Cup soccer where the goalie comes way out. He has to gamble if he can get to the puck or the ball first and ahead of the onside attacker, and Perrin makes the right decision. Freezes the puck to his left. 45 seconds left to go in the game as Holt clears it. Shoots it right on goal. If that was an empty net situation, he would have had a goal with that shot. The Pioneers trying to take it out of their own zone. They do. Nate Arcan. Cross ice pass to Drew Merrick. Merrick loses control. Holt fires it up into the netting. And that's a face-off with 25 seconds left to go. So congratulations to the Bishop Guertin boys ice hockey team. They went 17-1 in the regular season. They got an opening round bye. They're about to win their their first playoff game of the tournament here against the Trinity Pioneers. Basically, they're 18-1 on the season. 15 seconds left to go in the Pioneers season. Loose puck in front, goal. The Pioneers, Drew Merrick, a well-earned goal with 3 seconds left to go in the game. So 6-2 will be the final with 3.4 seconds remaining. Merrick picking up the loose puck and wristing one over Perrin to make it 6-2. So these two teams met earlier in the season. It was a 6-1 BG victory, and so a moral victory for the Pioneers as time expires. The New Hampshire Division I Boys Ice Hockey Tournament playoff quarterfinal round game in the books here at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough. It is a 6-2 Bishop Guertin victory. For Tom King and my cameraman Jim McLean and our executive producer Pete Johnson, I'm John Collins, thanking you for watching NashuaETV. BG advances to the next round as the top seed in New Hampshire Boys Division I. Good night from Skate 3 Arena, everybody.